We are told the rendezvous was a secret. 5 women summoned to a house outside Albany, New York, one night this past March. Sarah Edmondson says she was one of them, willingly participating in a strange initiation ritual led by a woman who told everyone to take off their clothes and put on a blindfold.
Let us in blindfolded and sat us in a semicircle, buck naked, no clothes, on a sheepskin rug.
Edmondson told authorities that she thought they were going to get tattoos. Instead, she says, they found out they were all going to be branded.
What was that like?
It was worse than childbirth. Imagine a hot laser dragged across your flesh for 30 minutes without anesthetic.
At this point, you're probably wondering, how in the world did this happen? Sarah seems so normal. She lives in Vancouver, where she is a wife and mother with a successful film and television career.
Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, I never forget a face.
But her life changed after she crossed paths with a secretive self-help group called NXIVM and its charismatic leader, Keith Raniere.
I'm an interesting person, I'm a controversial person, but most importantly, I'm an unconventional person.
According to promotional materials, even as a child, Raniere was destined for greatness. Speaking in full sentences at age 1, reading at age 2, judo champ and concert-level pianist at 13.
I was told that he was one of the smartest men in the world and just an incredible man.
With that, I'm going to pass the microphone over to Mr. Raniere.
So incredible, it seems, that an ordinary name just won't do. Participants say they're taught to call Raniere Vanguard.
Vanguard.
Yes, Vanguard is the name that we refer to Keith as because he is a leader of a philosophical movement.
At the heart of NXIVM training is something called intensives, which former members say are like group therapy, running as long as 14 hours a day and up to 16 days. Edmondson says she attended her first one in 2005. She says it cost over $2,000.
I left my 5-day, my initial training, as if a veil had been lifted and I could see things more clearly in my life.
In promotional materials and videos, NXIVM claims more than 16,000 people worldwide have taken its courses. But participants are required to sign a confidentiality agreement. So what do we actually know about this secretive self-help group? According to former members, NXIVM has its own lingo. And the sessions came to involve practices such as chanting, a special handshake, even bowing.
To Vanguard.
Thank you, Vanguard.
Former members like Mark Vicente say anyone unwilling to go along with the rituals would be scorned.
If you question Keith Raniere, the hits the fan.
Like
You are prideful. How dare you? Don't you realize you owe everything to him?
But before he founded NXIVM, Raniere's first big idea came in the 1990s, hawking memberships in an ill-fated network marketing company.
His name is Keith Raniere. His idea is called Consumers Byline.
Consumers Byline, may I help you?
This promotional video for Consumers Byline from the 1990s features the late Eddie Albert of Green Acres fame and a painfully awkward pitchman, 31-year-old Keith Raniere.
Keith, happy to see you again.
Yes, happy to see you too.
It's an amazing idea.
Yes, well, sometimes it even amazes me. But Consumers Byline is wonderful, and it's working.
And it really was a brilliant idea. It was based on the premise of, as a group, collectively, we can buy in bulk and we can save a lot of money.
Tony Natali knew Raniere before he was Vanguard.
When you met him, did he seem like a genius?
He seemed like a geek. And I sat down and I asked him, I said, so you have a 240 IQ. Why are you doing this? He said, this is the platform that I'm going to use, and I'm going to change the world.
But not everyone was buying what Raniere was selling. Attorneys general in several states began looking into Consumers Byline's practices.
We first told you about Consumers Byline last May when the company was accused of being an illegal pyramid scheme.
The company settled without admitting wrongdoing, but agreed to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to the states. After that, The company went bust. By that time, Tony Natali was all in. She had left her husband and moved to Albany with her young son to be with Keith. They were together for nearly 6 years.
Here's the smartest man in the world, willing to help you through your emotional issues, help you heal sexually. I'm going to help you heal intellectually. You just have to trust me.
Natali says she witnessed the early days of NXIVM. Raniere had just partnered with a woman named Nancy Saltzman, and together they created teachings known as rational inquiry and methods that in court filings Natali later likened to brainwashing.
What Keith does, he elicits all that information from you. My opinion is that what they do from there is they take that information and they utilize that. Where can I not build you up but break you down?
Over time, Natali says her relationship with Raniere changed. He started to get aggressive, controlling, and worse.
When I no longer wanted to have relationships with him any longer, he would rape me.
In a court filing, she alleged that NXIVM was a cult presided over by Raniere and that he raped her repeatedly. In their filings, NXIVM lawyers say Natali's allegations are false. They call them scurrilous, scandalous, and slanderous. Sarah Edmondson says when she was involved in NXIVM, Raniere taught that women were to be subservient to men and that he practiced what he preached by having what amounts to a harem of women.
I've spoken to 5 different women who were in the harem, and it was like having a normal boyfriend, except you didn't know when you were going to see him next. And then he'd go off with another woman the next day.
How does he do it? Because to be honest, he looks like a schlub.
Right, right. My personal belief is that it's one gigantic hypnotic induction. I think that there's a certain percentage of people that are susceptible.
In fact, his followers are so devoted that they travel in from all over the world to celebrate Raniere's birthday, an annual celebration known as Vanguard Week.
Wishing Vanguard a happy birthday.
I loved V Week. I loved it. It was like my favorite time of year. I missed my best friend's wedding. It still makes me emotional because I thought that's more important to be a V Week. And I missed her wedding.
You were deeply
I was
in.
deep in.
Edmondson was in the group for 12 years, rising through the ranks. During that time, she says she got close to Nancy Saltzman's daughter, Lauren. Lauren was even Edmondson's maid of honor.
She's like my therapist, and in the ranking system, she's also above me.
Then in March, after all their years together in NXIVM, Sarah says Lauren approached her about a new and mysterious opportunity.
Life-changing, but top secret.
But Edmondson claims Lauren Saltzman demanded highly compromising collateral first. In response, she says she and some others ended up providing nude photos of themselves.
Instantly, all my alarm bells are going
Absolutely.
off. So why did you do it?
I did it because I trusted her.
Only then did she gain entry.
And the first step is making a vow of obedience to her as me being a slave and her being my master. Again,
slave? She used the word slave?
She used the word slave.
Did you object?
Of course, yeah, and objected every stage of the way. And she said, it's a metaphor. It's like guru-disciple.
All of this, she says, led up to the night when she and 4 women submitted one by one to being branded by this woman, she says, Dr. Danielle Roberts.
And then the woman on the table screamed out in pain, you know, twisted and turned and yelled, and the woman I was with holding her legs down, we looked at each other and we just wept.
Why didn't you let go and run out of there even naked?
It didn't seem like a choice at the time.
And can you just stand up and point where the brand is?
So it's right here, right under my underwear line.
An attorney for Dr. Danielle Roberts tells ABC News the allegations are unfounded. But Edmondson did file a complaint on Dr. Roberts with the New York Department of Health. In response, the agency said the issues she described are not medical misconduct. Edmondson believes that Raniere should also be held accountable because she says she saw a text come in from him as she held Lauren Saltzman's phone, filming the branding.
When we were doing the branding, a text came through from Keith, and it said, "How are they all doing with each other?"
So
Lauren.
he knew?
He knew. He knew that we were all being branded.
Raniere did not respond to our requests for an interview, but in a letter posted on the group's website, Raniere says there is no merit to the allegations that we are abusing, coercing, or harming individuals. Raniere says that secret sorority is not part of NXIVM, and I'm not associated with the group. The letter also says our experts say members of the sorority are thriving, healthy, happy, better off, and haven't been coerced. But in Edmondson's complaint, she says she was told that the brand was a Latin symbol. Later, she says she realized it included the initials of NXIVM's leader and those of a fellow actress.
And the 4 elements were Keith's initials from one side and AM for Allison Mack from Dead On. But I didn't see that at the time.
Coming up, Vanguard goes Hollywood. Why are so many young actors following the guru of Albany?
Why do you think that's
so emotional for me?
Yes.
And one star's fight to get her daughter back.
She's in danger, in my opinion. She's in grave danger.
Stay with us.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.